Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Reata Horsemanship. I'm Luke Brown. I'm very excited to be with you guys today on Thankful Thursday. I always really love Thankful Thursday because it's one more opportunity I get to share with you guys some of the things that I'm really thankful for and something I've been thinking about today. And before I do that, I'll give you an update on this horse right here. This is Lovey. Now, last time I did a Facebook or a video with her, I was on the ground. She was behind me, and I called her Lovely, and I apologize for that to her owners. Her name is actually Lovey. It's short for a registered Arabian name that she has. So it's Lovey. Lovey is a 4-year-old Arabian mare, and she is an interesting case. You know, she apparently has had a year of training prior to coming to Reata Horsemanship. I'm not sure how long it had been since she had been in training and was with her new owner, but her new owner, as I mentioned last time, had taken her out on the trail. So she had ridden her new owner had ridden her, but she noticed a few things that were a little bit concerning. When another horse got in front of her, she started getting antsy and almost crow hopping, and then she was real kind of hard in the mouth and didn't want to relax to pressure in the mouth. And so she and her owner wasn't comfortable with loping her under saddle. She never loped her under saddle, and she just felt a little out of control when she was thinking about doing that. So Lovey has really come along now. This is the 4th day of her training at Reata Horsemanship, and the first 3 days it's been quite challenging with her to get her to be less reactive and a lot calmer to the desensitizing that I do with horses, and also help her through some of the sensitizing. But mainly her desensitizing she really struggled with, and I also learned that she has a history of being a halter horse. So she was in halter classes as an Arabian, probably a 1 and 2 year old Arabian. And so for 1 or 2 years, potentially 2 years, she was a halter horse. Now, if you know anything about halter horses in the Arabian world, those horses are taught to be very reactive to flags and to plastic bags, and they're taught to get really tall, really straight, really stiff, and put their head really high, and it's called the look, where they look forward and they got their ears pointed forward and they look gorgeous and beautiful, but at the same time they're not relaxed. They're taught to be kind of unrelaxed. And so and this isn't a debate about whether or not that's okay. You know, there's lots of different things that people do in the show world that can be debatable as far as whether it's right for the horse or not. But she does have the history of that. So she has a history of being a halter horse. Then she had a full year of training somewhere. I'm not sure where she was trained, but she had a full year of training, including walking, trotting, cantering in a round pen and arena area. But she didn't really, as far as I know, didn't really get any outside exposure, any trail work, any urban or rural trail work. So bottom line is she was very, very reactive initially. And I thought I'd be riding her in a day or two because her owner was actually riding her. But because of all the holes she had in her training as far as the groundwork goes and her desensitizing, it took me 4 days to actually ride her. So this is the end of the 4th day, and I've been riding her a little bit, and I got her to lope around. Now, there was one time she got slightly irritable, started whipping her tail around and tried to buck a little bit, but she does have kind of an attitude to her. But she is a super intelligent horse, and most Arabians I really love working with, because even if they are reactive, they're super smart, and you can teach them to be not reactive and teach them to be nice and soft, and they're really, really cool horses. So I'm excited to be working with her. And today for Thankful Thursday, I wanted to talk about how thankful I am for my oldest daughter's mother. Now, a couple weeks ago, a while back, I talked about how thankful I was for my divorce. And that divorce was with my first daughter's mother. And my first daughter, her name is Eva. She's 13 years old, and they live up in Utah. And she comes to me during the holidays and during the summer, and I really love spending time with her. But what I want to mention is that, you know, there's very rarely a divorce that is amicable and fun, or that's easy. Most divorces can be very challenging, and they can put the kids in the middle of it, and sometimes parents will fight with each other, and they'll pit the kids against the other parent and cause problems with the children. Then the children grow up really struggling in life because they've had that conflict with their parents in a divorce situation. And that's really unfortunate that happens, but it happens very often, more often than not. Now, I'm a case that's very, very different than the norm. And my case is that my ex-wife Her name's Christy, and she has the utmost, her main purpose in life really is to give Eva, our daughter, the best life possible. And that includes, she understands very well that includes spending time with her father, with me. And so Christy has been done a great job throughout the last 8 or 9 years that we've been divorced. I can't remember at this point, but we've been divorced for a while, and she's just done a great job at making sure that Eva is a part of my life. And I do my part as well to try to make sure she's a part of my life, but I don't have to deal with conflict with her. And whenever we have any kind of conflict, we're always able to work it out, and it's usually pretty amicable, and she's very workable. And just recently, she decided to pull Eva out of school because of some of the things going on with the public school systems and the masks and things. So she decided to homeschool her, and I support her 100%. And I just want to say how much I appreciate my ex-wife and for the great person that she is, and the wonderful mother that she is, and the wonderful divorcee that she is, or the person that's on the other side that co-parents with me and does such a wonderful job at helping me be a good father, and I support her as well. And we just have such a great relationship. If you don't have that relationship and you're a divorced person, I'm very sorry for that, and I hope that you can somehow work through some of your issues and create a better relationship with your ex, because your children will be the better for it. And if you have a poor relationship, your children are going to suffer. And if you have a good relationship, your children will thrive. And divorce doesn't mean that your children are going to have issues in their life. They're only going to have issues if you create problems in that divorce situation. So thanks to her. I'm so thankful to her. Thankful for my life. I'm thankful for all you guys for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day. Until next time, always be thankful, live with purpose, live with passion, and of course, stay safe in the saddle.